Hey guys, welcome back to a new video. So imagine if you could live your life 4 times faster than everyone else. How much could you actually accomplish? So that's what the 100-day plan is designed to do. So what is the 100-day plan? The 100-day plan is exactly how it sounds. So it's a plan for 100 days to achieve some of the goals that are truly important to you. It's so important to track your progress toward a goal, whether it's week to week, month to month, quarter to quarter, whatever that time frame is. It's important to track your percentage complete towards that goal and just keep on track with what you want to achieve. So the power of the 100-day plan is that you can achieve things literally 4 times faster than what you originally anticipated, and I've experienced this myself so far, and I'm currently going through this so far, so I'm like halfway through, just above halfway through, and it's literally been insane so far. I'm actually mind blown to some of the things that have actually happened and some of the things that have actually materialized and stuff like that. So it's definitely something to pay attention to. So to show you a bit of an insight into what it actually looks like, here's mine. So you can see the 100-day plan for Michael Bamber in quarter 3, I think it says. Yeah, quarter 3 of 2018. So it's just above 90 days, it's a 100-day plan, and it gives you that extra little bit of time. So just to walk you through how to actually build your own, I'll just show you mine for a second. That's my 100-day plan, and within it I did have around about 20 different goals. Yeah, a lot of detail there. I did have around about 20 different goals. Yeah. But now I've filtered it down to around about 10. So this is the good thing about it, because it teaches you to basically filter down your goals and sort of realise what's most important to you. So when I first started out, as I explained in my last video, I had 20 goals written out for the quarter, for the 100-day plan. But then the more and more I got into it, the more I just realised, okay, this is just far too many. Do some of these goals actually matter a lot to me? And the answer is no. One of the benefits of a 100-day plan, it will basically teach you how to filter your goals down into what's basically the most important goals to you. So when I first started out at the start of the quarter, July the 1st, I had 20 goals written out within this plan. Filtered it down and crossed a lot out, and I've got around about 10 now. And these are goals that I'm truly passionate about. When I first started out, I kind of chucked a few in there that I wasn't really fussed about. It's easy to get caught up in the setting goals and then wanting to achieve all these different things, but you've got to ask yourself, do these goals actually mean a lot to you? And if the answer is yes, then stick with it. If the answer is no, then start filtering and begin to realise what's the most important to you. So you're probably wondering, how do I actually create a 100-day plan? So all you need is something along the lines of Microsoft Word, maybe a free version. Doesn't have to be complicated or anything you can find or get your hands on to basically write your goals down on the computer, or whether it's on paper, anything you can use. So all you need is that, and then separate your goals into sort of areas. So for me, I have 3. So I have gym, so fitness, trading and personal branding. So 3 different areas, and start writing out your goals. You've got to start to ask yourself, what do you truly want to achieve by the end of the 100 days? So for me, when I first started out, I was on about, I'll give you an example of a personal branding one. So my personal branding goal for the end of the quarter is 22k followers on Instagram. It's kind of like a milestone for me. So I started off on 15k at the beginning of the quarter, and then now I'm sitting around 20, and it'll be 22 by the end of the quarter and 30 by the end of the year, hopefully. So that's sort of the plan, and that will be a goal. So how I would do that is I would write on a Word document, basically 22k followers, and then break it down into manageable steps of how you do that. So it could be, in terms of that goal, post daily content to Instagram, give value through my post, connect with as many people as I can through my Instagram via DMs and things like that, and just really start to break it down into different little sections that you can do daily or weekly to then achieve that goal. Start to think over the course of a week or a couple of days what you actually want to achieve, what's truly important to you, and then you can get right stuck into it. So a big thing is as well, breaking it into monthly reviews. So it's kind of like a quarterly plan, it's just above it, gives you that little bit of extra time to achieve the things that you really want to do. So what you want to do is break it down into monthly reviews, and this is where it leads quite nicely into accountability. So having an accountability partner is a big part of this. So you need to pick someone who is going to be hard on you, who is going to keep you on track, who is going to tell you if you're messing up, and basically keep you on track to achieving the goals by the deadlines, basically. So for me, I have an accountability partner who is based in Australia. So at the end of every single month, within this 100-day plan, I'll basically jump on a call with him and we'll go through all the monthly targets. And yeah, this leads quite onto cause and effect, which I'll go on in a little bit. But yeah, we'll jump on at the end of each month and then track the progress towards the main goals. This also leads nicely on to cause and effect, as I just explained then. So cause and effect is probably along the lines of accountability, and it's something that's very important within this 100-day plan. So the cause would be not achieving your goal, and the effect of that would be the outcome of not achieving your goal. So if you've got a goal to, say, get 22k followers and you don't hit that at the end of it, there's going to be an effect for not achieving that goal, if that makes sense. So you've got to ask yourself the question, what would impact me if I don't hit a goal that I plan to? And you really got to do some thinking about this. You've got to find a trigger point. And the goal of this is to find that trigger point. Everyone has a different trigger point. For me, I was thinking about this for a while. For the first 2 or 3 weeks, I didn't really find it. I had a cause and effect, but it was kind of a small thing. It didn't really force me to be driven towards my goals. Although I'm naturally driven towards my goals, it didn't really force me in a way, if that makes sense. So one day I was thinking about it and I was in the shower and I was basically thinking, okay, I need to step this up, because at the end of the day, the whole point behind this is I want to grow. I want to grow as a person. I want to achieve these goals, and I need to step things up in order to achieve those goals. So I was thinking about it and I was thinking, what's the most important thing that I value? And the most important thing that I value for me is freedom. So I was thinking, okay, how can I do like a punishment that would sacrifice that if I wasn't to achieve some of these goals? And the more and more I thought about it, and I tried to dive myself away from it, an idea popped up in my head of, okay, if I don't achieve my goal, then I have to get another part-time job. As soon as I said that, it was kind of this click within me to just say, okay, wow, that would drive me insanely. So as soon as I found that trigger, I noticed myself trying to talk myself out of it straight away. But then the more and more I got into it and thought about it, that was a big trigger point for me, because I just knew, I just had that gut feeling that it was just right. It was a tough one, don't get me wrong. It made me super uncomfortable to feel like that, because at the end of the day, that's one of the reasons I got out of the 9 to 5, because I wanted to, a part-time opportunity came up. I took that for extra time to work on my trading and other things, and to give that back up again would just be the worst thing ever. So that really drives me on a daily basis. So that was kind of my trigger point. As soon as I found that, I messaged my accountability partner and we went with that, really. So you need to find that trigger point within you. It doesn't have to be, you don't want something too dramatic or anything, but you want something to drive you on to achieve your goals. So just to give you a bit of an insight into this, as soon as I found my trigger point and I went with that, things started getting harder. It's just a natural side effect of that. But at the end of the day, it's growth. You're chasing growth, right? So things are not going to be easy. If you want to achieve your goals, it's never going to be easy. So you have to bear that in mind. So what you can do with that cause and effect is kind of set monthly sort of punishments for that, if that makes sense as well. So obviously for mine, the punishment is to get another part-time job. So I had to then break it down into different stages. So there's 3 months within this. So we said, okay, at the end of month 1, if you don't achieve something, you have to apply for 5 part-time jobs, which was, the second one would be to then get the interview if you don't achieve your goals by the end of month 2, and then month 3 would be the final stage, which would be to actually get the job, right? So see how it just builds up into, if you don't achieve something at the end of month 1, then it really starts to step up and build on things. So I actually missed one target for the end of month 1, which is a goal that I actually filtered out. So I had to apply for 5 part-time jobs, which was honestly a killer. Just getting in that space again and just thinking about all those things and having people ring me up and just, it was crazy. Really started to drive me. So at the end of the month, as soon as month 2 started, I was like, okay, there's no way I'm going to, go to the next stage and then start to get the interview and actually get the job. So yeah, it was a massive driver, to be fair. So I'm on track to achieve everything in month 2 so far. We've got around about 5 days left, I believe. So yeah, I think I've got a couple of targets to hit, but I should be good. But it's just been driving me insanely this month. Yeah. So the things I just mentioned, such as the accountability, the cause and effect, they're sort of the foundation of the 100-day plan. That's sort of the, sort of the key aspects behind it. So it's so important that you have that. In terms of the goals, the 100-day plan is designed to stretch you. It's designed to push you towards your goals. So that's sort of the key behind it. So, I mean, it's super easy to say, okay, for me, if I was saying, okay, I want to achieve 30k by the end of the quarter, like that would be such a huge stretch. It would be like doubling my account, right? So kind of that is just a huge stretch. But if you want to push yourself and you want to find sort of what are you thinking you can achieve, and then go beyond that and just try and stretch yourself, because at the end of the day, this is designed to make you grow as a person, as an individual, and to, for you to come out stronger and know what you're doing. So that's one thing I would say. The good thing about the 100-day plan is it will force you to think outside the box on a regular basis. If you have a goal that you think, this is going to be so tough to achieve, you're going to be forced to think outside the box, and that's the true nature of it. So going back to some of my goals, for example, when I first set that 22k sort of Instagram followers goal, that was tough. Like thinking about that was tough. There was definitely a chance I was going to not achieve it. I was actually thinking, because the most realistic point for me would have been 20k from 15 to 20. So I actually wanted to take that step further, push myself, and say, okay, let's do this, let's push myself, because at the end of the day, I want to achieve these things and I need to push myself. So when I set that, I was forced to think outside the box. I was forced to think into, okay, how can I actually do this? How can I provide the most value to my audience to then grow my audience, make a bigger impact, and as a side effect, gain a bigger audience, basically. So you're forced to think outside the box. That's another. So what I've covered so far is kind of the solid foundation behind the 100-day plan. So the accountability, the cause and effect. Remember with this, the month 1, 2, and 3 check-in points. That's super important as well. And yeah, just get a bunch of goals, get them filtered down to what's truly important to you, and then work towards them. Set a start date. Mine was 1st of July. Set the end date, which mine is the 2nd of October, I think. And then work towards that. Work towards it every day, and you'll find that you push yourself and you will achieve a lot more than you think is possible. And it really pushes your scope of what's possible. That's something I've noticed so far. That's been a big thing. We think all these things are possible or realistic, but then when you actually dive into it and start to realize what you can achieve within a year, it's crazy, honestly. So if you did 2 of these a year or 3 of these a year, think about how much you can achieve within 12 months. It is literally insane when you think about it. So yeah, I just wanted to really share that. It's been a huge thing so far. So I thought I was actually going to leave this till the end of the 100-day plan, but I thought, okay, it's going to be good to document this in the actual moment whilst I'm actually going through it, see my thoughts, to look back on this, and yeah, just keep the accountability there, basically. I've got to hit the 22k now, so yeah, honestly, I think it's going to be really good. It was a game changer for me so far. It has been, and I think it's going to help a lot of people. So I just wanted to give a big shout out to Bo, who's the person who actually created this, my accountability partner. Huge breakthrough. I think it's been huge so far. So I'm just super grateful that I came across it and I've applied it. So with that in mind, I hope you've taken away value from this. Feel free to drop me a comment below or reach out to me, and I'll happily answer any questions about this. Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video, guys, and I'll catch you soon.